Welcome back to Gophers Dynasty. We are in week 10. We have Michigan State this week coming to town. We have recruits on campus as well visiting. Now, last episode, things were not great as far as the games went. We dropped two. We dropped a big one at home against Nebraska with our top recruit in attendance. We also lost on the road to Iowa. Now, Felix Smoot is that recruit that we're working on. We're still in a battle with Iowa State. It's just not looking good. They're gaining more influence per week. He's scheduled to visit them week 13. We've had him on campus. We weren't able to secure a commitment. So that leaves us in a tough spot. Jimmy Barr, however, the good news at the end of last episode, we're back in on. We're able to give him hours again. We are now meeting his deal breaker with playing style. DeMarcus Pratt, we've got a commitment. Cooper Ralston, we lost out on. We kept him on the board just in case. Now, I do want to look at the recruits we have coming this week for visits. We had Jimmy Mateo scheduled, but he's already committed. So that visit is no longer necessary. Kofi Kautu is scheduled to visit us this week. We're really in good shape with him. Hopefully we can lock it down. Avery Lanning came and went. Didn't seal a commitment. We're not gaining a lot of traction every week. Still have nobody else offering on him. Manny Labino is visiting this week as well. Just a 2-star, but a position we don't have any other recruits currently. Now, Jamie Hester, as we talked about last time, we are now not meeting his required deal breaker. He needs a C+ for championship contender. We've dropped a couple games in a row. We've lost 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 at this point. So our championship contenders dropped to C. And we need to straighten this out by winning some games. He is scheduled to go to Iowa next week. That doesn't bode too well for us. He's already been on campus with us without a commitment, of course. Nick Stacy, week 14. He is going to UMass this week. And then DeMarco Maples, we have scheduled for week 14 as well. So we have Michigan State. Now, on paper, you look at their record. They're winless in the conference. Now, we're only 1-4. All 4 of our losses this season have been conference games. They're 2-6 overall. So you'd think we'd have a really good shot. Now, overall, they are technically more talented than us. We do, however, have a better rated defense. But we need to show up and play a more complete game. We came alive late in Iowa, and if you saw the end of that one, will know that when we played the moments, we didn't have an opportunity to go for the 2-point conversion. The computer decided that we didn't need that moment. So they missed or failed that 2-point conversion. We had to then, of course, settle for an onside kick, which we were unable to recover. Imagine that. So we dropped that game. And this is a bounce back. We have recruits here. Again, not our top recruits, but still important nonetheless for us to fill out this class. We don't have a lot of commitments right now. 5 or 6, I believe, at this point in the season. This might be the game where we break out the black. I don't love this look. I really don't. Honestly, I don't even really understand it. Why the Gophers felt the need to add a black uniform just for the sake of having one. But we will go ahead and run this out here once at least. Maybe just to, if nothing else, break some of the bad juju, so to speak, that we have going on. We'll go ahead and let Michigan State white out. That'll complement our black uniforms well. We will play the moments. And we're going to try to get back into the win column. Drake Lindsey is still our starting quarterback. He did win that job back last week. He started last week. Had a solid game. Still missed some throws at times, but the game that Dylan Whitkey started for us did not go well. That was the Nebraska game. That was a stinker, to say the least. Crowd did not get the memo about the blackout. They're wearing our traditional colors. But we have a 3rd down alert here in the first quarter. It's a 3rd and 9, so not going to be an easy down and distance. Be liking here. We're going to hit Biber. Good throw from Lindsay. We will complete that one for a first down. Let's just go ahead and continue this drive. That's his first catch today. We'll get Taylor involved. He's got a big hole. Darius Taylor. Another first down. Up to the 39-yard line. Sometimes I feel we have a good run and then we try to go back to the well, and maybe we're doing that too frequently, but he's just our best player and our, you know, most efficient or effective offense. That was Turner with the carry, A.J. Turner that time. Another good gain of 7. We really can't run these read option plays with Drake Lindsay like we could a little bit with Dylan Whitkey. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So, I know this is a new feature in Madden as well. We're going to look to try to keep Taylor a little more fresh and therefore rotate the carries a little bit more. I mean, Taylor is so good, and Turner's not quite good enough to justify like a 50-50 split by any means, but to keep it a little more fresh, we will try that out at least for one game. Didn't find much there on that one. Turner does check in here. 3rd and 3. Taylor's such a threat catching the ball too, though. It's really hard to justify that. We're going to get it out. Lindsay does. Makes the throw. Coleman's got this corner. Touchdown. He is able to cross the goal line on that crossing pattern. Malachi Coleman gets us on the board. And this is the type of offense we have been lacking for a number of weeks. I can't remember the last game that we scored in the first half, much less the first quarter, beyond a field goal. So that is a huge start for us. Go back to the moments. Michigan State's going to go for a 4th down here. 4th and 2 from the 40, although they're recommending... Okay. We'll go safe, man. That's kind of weird. Looks as though they're going for it, it said, but they're lined up to punt, and they do. No fake. Okay. And good punt for them. We're going to have to take over from our 9 on this drive. And we have a 3rd down alert. Now we're about midway through the second quarter. 3rd and 7 at their 22. I don't know why I picked this play. Can Tracy get loose on this? Is he going to have safety help? Coleman will be one-on-one. We're going to throw it up to him. Coleman, that ball just got to be back shoulder. Or back right corner. Just not good placement on that throw. Instead, we're going to try field goal. Just 39 yards. We've done pretty well kicking. This is from the right hash. We do have a little wind to deal with here as well. Crosswind. Did we get enough on that? We did. We've done a good job kicking the ball this year. I'll say that much. So 10-0. These are uncharted territories for our Gophers of late. Defense doing a great job, though, so far. We have another moment here on offense. 3rd and inches. They're really stacking the box. I mean, they're daring Tracy to beat them, but we have to go to our bread and butter with Taylor. He will pick up the first down. That looked a little dicey, right? I don't like how he's holding the ball near the end of that. We're going to continue this drive. I'm going to actually... Oh, grind it out they're doing with... Okay. So the CPU kind of made that call. At quarterback. Interesting. Turner is in on this play. We're going to try to get to him. Nice catch by Turner right at the sticks. It'll be 2nd and inches. Good throw from Drake Lindsay. He's 9 of 13 so far. Back to the well with Taylor on a 2nd and short. Oh, just picked that one up. If he did, it was maybe by an inch. Look at an RPO here. Gonna throw it. We've got Coleman on it, and he'll pick up 5. Kai Coleman having a nice first half today. They do not blitz. It looked like they're maybe showing. We're going to be in trouble. Lindsey won't be able to get this one away. I don't think he got it out just because we were moving so awkwardly to our left. I mean, I pressed it, I feel like, fairly early compared to when he started to attempt to make that throwaway, but given the direction we were moving, it just made that difficult. We're going to get it out to Coleman. One-on-one, just out of reach. Can we even attempt a field goal from here? It'd be 58. I think that's going to maybe be just out of our range. We don't want to give them great field position with 2 minutes left. So let's try to angle this punt. For backspin on this too. Might have gotten. Doesn't look bad. Okay, yeah, that's 12. Okay. One of our better punts. We've had a couple shanks on some coffin corner attempts this season, so we'll take that. They're going to hand it off here in first down. I intended on playing the moments here, but with this 2-minute drill, we're gonna see what our defense is looking like against this offense. 2nd and 12. They're kind of content to let the clock run a little bit here. Baranowski's not going to be able to make this tackle, so they will pick up a first down, and now they'll use a timeout. Robertson showing blitz, but is going to drop back. They're going to run this, though. Keeper. Oh, he's quick. Oh, he's going to take a shot by the sideline. Does not get out of bounds. Maybe not a very heads-up play. Clock is ticking. They did get a first down, of course, on that play. They'll throw it downfield. We're going to click an aggressive play on it. It's intercepted. That's a user pick for Brian. That ball just floated a bit. We decided to get aggressive and try to make a play on it, and it's successful. We get another interception. We've not had many in the season. We did get one last week on a tip ball. We haven't had too many like this where we just played the ball aggressively and came down with a pick. So Zaquan Bryan, nice to see one of our corners be aggressive on one of these throws. Again, I mean, our defense this season, the biggest problem hasn't necessarily been coverage downfield. It's been this middle of the field, over the middle, medium routes have just killed us. Taylor had a lot of room to run. We pick up the first down, so we will not use a timeout. Clock starts. We're going to throw it to the sideline, and Loya catches it. Will he get out? He does. Okay, 8 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 2. 38 seconds left at our 44. I mean, really, we'd be okay with just taking a field goal here. I think we go ahead and hit this again. It's free. Tracy makes the catch, out of bounds again. First down. 49-yard line now of Michigan State. We're going to take a shot. Brockington's got to run this down. He was overthrown by Lindsey. Fortunate that one was not intercepted. They hit the sideline again. Byberry's going to be able to get a little more. Gets another first down and out of bounds at their 38-yard line. I mean, this is an interesting adjustment this season. This prevent defense was not something that really was in the game last year. And it's really making a difference because it's making these plays pretty easy to pick up yards. Clock will start. Now they come up a bit in coverage. Coleman's wide open. Another first down. We're going to use a timeout. How many do we have left here? We still have 2 left. We have time to run at least one more play, if not 2. We're at their 16. Oh, good play by the D tackle to bat that down. That would have been a good number of yards again. I think Biber was wide open across the middle of the field. Get it out. I think we would have had a chance on that. We're going to touch pass that over the middle. I think it was going to be the 5 seconds left. We will settle for this field goal. Hey, the way these last few games have been going, we'll take a 13-0 lead at half. A shutout by our defense. They pitched a shutout. That's great. Our offense has been okay. 13 points isn't anything crazy, but it was nice to see us actually put up a touchdown on that first drive. It looks like with 7.5 left in the third quarter. It said they were going to go for this, but they are setting up to kick. Let's hope they don't run a fake. They do not. And kick is true and through, 13-3. So they're on the board. Still got to be pretty happy with how our defense has played today. And that'll end the third quarter. We go into the fourth with a third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From their 32, a 3rd and 7. Still 13-3. I mean, we have to have enough time to make that throw. So this field goal attempt could erase their make. It's 49 yards. I'll win too. This one's going to be a little bit dicier. Didn't get enough. We still did. I keep underestimating the kick power that we actually have. So it's 16-3. We counter their field goal with one of our own to extend it back to 13. Clock is working against them now. It's closing down to 5 minutes. This time they will go for it on 4th down. It's a 4th and 5 from our 21. Be huge for us to put a nail in this right here and get a stop. We're going to blitz. Gausby gets all the way through and brings them down. We'll take over from our own 27. And we get a red zone alert with 2:35 left from their 10-yard line. 2:53 left, I mean to say. We're going to run play action. Lindsey going to get moving to his left. There's nobody over there, so he's going to take off. Lindsey trying to get to the corner. Knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Let's go a big formation. Let's actually go, we're going to go Wildcat. We've only tried this one time this season. And it was on a 4th and 1, and we failed miserably. We're going to try it from the goal line. Taylor will take it himself. Not going to be able to make a man miss. That Wildcat, it's difficult because really what are you going to do besides run? They really can load up against it. We actually lost a yard on that play. We'll try one more time to go to the ground out of a goal line formation. You just got to win your blocks. I mean, if we win the blocks here, win this battle, we're in. Even them committing the run, and great job. I mean, they shot the A gap. We're able to get through the C gap on the strong side as we did a great job opening up a hole. Ohio State, by the way, getting pounded by Penn State. Number 3 Penn State whooping up on number 5 Ohio State currently. We go up 22-3. This is a nice, comfortable game that we have not had since non-conference play. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. From their own 29, a 4th and 6. They're going to have motion from the right. He's going to drop back to throw. He's got a man over the middle, but Baranowski's there, and we'll tackle him short. We'll take over from their 33. Let's go get some points here. We have recruits in attendance. Let's open this thing up. And we haven't had a comfortable win in so long. Even thinking back to our non-conference games, the Tulane game wasn't exactly a pushover. Cal certainly was not. We're just not used to this, so it feels good. Biber inside, or up to the 21. Minute 30 left. Looks like we have double coverage potentially on Coleman. I have one idea here. We're going to send him in motion. They may be manned up. All right, here we go. We're going to try for Coleman. Corner of the end zone. I mean, that was a really good ball. And he can't finish the catch. The safety did a nice job of, or I guess it was the corner matched up on him in man. Did a nice job of, like, knocking the ball out. But you'd like to see him make that catch. Get it out again. This is Tracy. Tracy with another huge catch. That's the same corner of the end zone where he made the game-winning catch against Cal. Those of you that have been along for the ride will remember that one. And Javon Tracy's had some quiet games, but he seems to be our best receiver at going up and making a play on a jump ball. By the way, Drake Lindsay made a nice throw considering he took a hit and still got that ball out there to give him a chance. 28-3. Go back to key moments. They're going to go for it on 4th down with 10 seconds left. From our 31. Why not? We get some pressure on him. Diving. Wow. I don't know how exactly he was able to dive that far off that block. But we'll take it. Good win for the Gophers. We get back in the win column finally with one of our only decisive wins on the season. 29-3. We hold court at home. Darius Taylor with 153 yards on the ground in just 20 carries today. And a touchdown. Phenomenal game for the junior. Our star offensive player, and maybe there is something to these black uniforms. We sure showed up in them today. I don't love how we look in them, but we played well. 25 first downs to their just 11. 382 yards of offense to their 245. 31 carries for 149 yards. 233 yards through the air. Drake Lindsay, 23 of 41, 56%. I mean, it's not phenomenal, but that's quite a healthy amount of passing attempts. 233, 2 touchdowns. He did have 1 interception. That must have been during the Super Sim. But again, 20 carries for 153 for Taylor, 7.6 yards per attempt, 4 broken tackles, a touchdown, 3 runs of 20 yards or more. To see the big plays coming from him in our offense. Malachi Coleman, 6 for 59 and a touchdown. Biber, 5 for 58. Javon Tracy, 4 for 65, and that touchdown we saw late in the game today. Taylor caught 4 for 15. Brockington just 1 catch today for 11 yards. And Turner's lone snag was a nice one as well. We did sack the Spartans 4 times. Gowsby had 2 of them out of the free safety position. We saw the INT for Zaquan Bryan. A half a sack apiece for Kerry Brown and Jalen Logan Redding. So, could have a pretty positive effect on the recruits we did have in attendance today. I don't know how much influence that's going to harbor in terms of Felix Smoot. If that's still going to be winnable or not, we could use some losses from Iowa State to really give us a chance. But we're going to go ahead and advance. We do have a lot of coach skills also, or at least a lot of coaching points that we could apply towards our coach skills. We'll take a look at that next week. Moment of truth for these recruits. We have a commitment from Matthew Gilliam. The Eden Prairie center will stay home in Minnesota. I believe that's our 3rd in-state recruit we've kept. And we've had a number of linemen. Our class is loaded so far of commitments with offensive linemen, and we need it. So if there's one position that we do get a number of players. The offensive line's not so bad. Kofi Kautu has committed from Port St. Joe, Florida. Another offensive lineman. I believe he's an athlete. They have him listed right now as a center, but I'm pretty certain that Kofi was an athlete. We'll have to look into that a little further. I did see some bad news. We'll get to that in a second. Good news is we did, with that win, go from a C to C+ in championship contender, which means we've now unlocked a deal breaker. But bad news, I mean, we're really bummed on this one. We had a chance at a top 30 recruit. I mean, really, I feel like we controlled our own destiny. Had we won the Nebraska game, I really, truly think we would have had this. So this is an unfortunate ending in the Felix Smoot sweepstakes, so to speak. He is at his hometown, or his home state of Iowa. The deal breaker that he has, we just have no chance, and I think it's a lost cause. Very unfortunate. So back to the drawing board. We miss out on a 5-star. That might set us back a little bit on our long-term progress. Labino did not commit. I'm a little surprised. He was on campus. We made a huge gain and huge strides towards that commitment, but kind of surprised he didn't commit after visiting. But we also haven't really spent a lot of hours trying to persuade him in as well. So it's not shocking. Really wish we would have had Felix Smoot. We have a tactician unlocked. Go to Coachability screen to purchase the tactician archetype and upgrade your coach. So a new ability for Coach Chuck Frost. He is a natural motivator. Recruiter is also unlocked. We can purchase the recruiter archetype and upgrade our coach. Now, with motivator, there's a lot of pluses. There's a lot of pros with motivator. But right now, the way recruiting's shaking out in year one, when it comes to unlocking either the talent developer or recruiter, I'm instinctively leaning a little bit more towards recruiter. We get a bonus XP every time we sign a recruit. With the talent developer, we get bonuses when a player is drafted. Now, we do have some players on this roster that will be drafted, but some of them are underclassmen. I feel like in the short term, we're going to see more of a return on investment with recruiter than we will with talent developer. Maybe long-term talent developer will be more beneficial. But knowing we have the motivator tactic as our main ability already, again, I lean towards recruiter. And so we're going to go ahead and unlock this one and open it up. We'll purchase this for Coach Frost. This will allow us to fully scout players more quickly, knowing that we're really going to be in the need, having a need at quarterback moving forward. We're going to start there. The next position I am most concerned with is probably wide receiver. However, we also need a lot of help at D-back in the long run. But wide receiver, and knowing we missed on Felix Smoot, I think is the next position that we want to pair with our quarterback and think big picture. So we're going to use our coaching points right now on these recruiter skills before circling back to motivator. Now, this week is a bye week. Noteworthy games this week. Couple top 10 matchups: Baylor, Texas A&M, USC, Louisville, Texas Tech and Clemson, and Oregon hosts UNLV. We can also see the bowl game projections. Iowa State held on to beat Arizona State, man. And they're in the top 25. That win, you'd have to conclude, sealed the commitment from Felix Smoot. And we just didn't take care of business against Nebraska. And I don't know. It's so easy to say if we just win that game in hindsight, we win that recruitment. But that was a tough game. It really was. And there's a couple plays that if we could have had back. The fumble that we caused on a kickoff, we weren't able to pick it up. If we do, we are either inside their 10-yard line or we run that in. And that could have been huge. But nonetheless, good news. Jimmy Barr, we've succeeded with our sway attempt. And we have moved back to number 1. We're the only school still to have offered him a scholarship. We're also the only school to have him visit. He's in his top 5. We're giving him 45 hours. Now, we should be able to move this to 50 hours. So we use Gamer for sway. It was successful. And having pitched this, we're going to take social media off. We're going to hard sell Gamer. I mean, this would be the... In a way, it's a little bit of a consolation prize from Felix Smoot. But early in the season, I had thought we lost this recruitment. Because we had a deal breaker. We were on the wrong side of a deal breaker for a number of weeks. And we unlocked it and found ourselves back to number 1 in just a week. So... You know, I want to look at this with Felix Smoot. We didn't look at this. So, the Nebraska game, lower tier opponent, gave us huge docks. Rivalry game, we had a minus 75% from the blowout. That influence killed us. I mean, the visit activity was a plus, but I don't know. Pretty apparent that it was detrimental, and with Cooper Ralston, and it's really frustrating that both of these players committed to Iowa State. Our loss haunted. Nonetheless, what's done is done. We move on. We have 220 hours. Avery Lanning. We are still in the driver's seat. We're just not moving the needle very far. And part of that is because you look at the 3 things we are pitching. We have a B, a C+, and a C-. The problem is his interests just don't really align with our school and what we have to offer. The only ones left that we're unsure of are athletic facilities and campus lifestyle. And athletic facilities is a B. But even if we were to try to sway... Okay, I know. Let's take house call off for a second. We may put that back on. But if we were to attempt to sway, I believe when we looked through this before, the only things athletic facilities lines up with... Okay, coach prestige. But, okay, the reason we didn't do coach connection before is because proximity to home is not an interest for him. I mean, is 2 out of 3 going to be better than 3 things that do align with him? Even if it's a C- and a C+? I'm not sure. I think we have to stick with house call. It's too bad we don't have better grades on those. But we're not trying to sway him on this. He's already been swayed. So let's go ahead and hard sell it. I just, for the life of me, cannot memorize these icons. There's house call. Suppose that would make sense. So looking at Manny Labino, I mean, I mentioned being a little surprised that he didn't commit after this last game when he was on campus. But we've only spent fairly minimum hours on this one. Now, does that mean I need to overreact and start pitching a bunch? I don't think so. We're pretty close to this commitment. It did have a huge effect on our influence. And it's only down to Ball State and Hawaii, who really aren't... They seem pretty indifferent. I think we're going to ride it out. Unfortunately, Jamie Hester is now leaning towards Iowa. And the worst part of this is that he goes to Iowa this week. So we are fighting an uphill battle. Now, the reason why we fell behind is because we couldn't offer many hours last week. That was because we were locked out with the deal breaker he had. Now we moved championship contender back up. So our best bet is going to be to hard sell. And we will... I mean, this is all we can do. We can hard sell. We can hope for the best. We have to hope Iowa really has a dud like we did against Nebraska. And maybe by some chance, we jump back to number 1. Another little unfortunate piece of business. We'd like to schedule Terrell Pierce, who's reached his top 5, for a visit, but week 14 is booked. So we cannot, at this time, bring any more recruits in for a visit. That was our last opportunity. We may just have to win this one the hard way. Marco Maples and Anthony Osmond, pretty straightforward. We have Maples already scheduled. We can't bring Osmond in because of that week 14 being booked. Clifton Sneed, we're going to have to try to sway. We wouldn't have to, but we don't know what his third interest is. So we're going to make an attempt to sway him. We'll utilize his interest in brand exposure and pro potential to our advantage. We have okay grades on those. Hopefully we don't have to settle for playing time. Even though it's an A+, he already is disinterested in it. But we could do athletic facilities, and that would be Gym Rat that we'd utilize. So if we use Gym Rat and try to sway him, we could unlock or sway him towards being interested in athletic facilities, which we have a B grade on. We do have to increase our hours on Josh Cutting. We're still in second. Illinois is not really extending their lead. We're not going to offer scholarship yet, though, because, again, we're going to look for that instant commitment if possible. But from 10, we're going to look to increase this. Let's just go ahead and send the house. We'll still have 140 hours. With Richard, don't call me virgin. We're just going 25. We haven't offered yet. Arkansas State's really getting close. We're playing with fire a little bit. He's just a 2-star, so this isn't the end of the world. But we do need to up our hours to have any sort of chance. He is just in his top 8, but we're going to send the house this week and see if we can close that gap. Alexander Saubert, who we just recently got in on, we're still second. We're catching up to Duke. We're not going to offer a scholarship yet, but we're going to increase this. Even just 10 hours, we're already making ground. I don't want to send the house, but let's go 30. It's a pretty solid jump in time. UCLA has offered Shaquille Irving, and they jumped all the way up to first. Now, we only have gone 10 hours, so we don't need to panic, but we can send the house. It's a big chunk of what we have left. We'll still have 55. Now, I'm thinking, instead of increasing any more of these, let's take one more look at our prospect list to see if there's anything else or anybody else that we would be interested in. I mean, Nate Mapanga is a 4-star running back. We're still in his top 8. Looking at his top schools, Kentucky's got a pretty good lead. Georgia's in the mix. Nobody's offered yet, though. We may lose out on a 4-star here, too. We talked about that with Iowa. And given the fact that he is going there, he being Jamie Hester, pronouns, we're in danger of losing this one. So this could be a nice pivot to Napanga. And we could even probably afford to scout him at least once. Although that would put us to 45. And I think we may need to actually just throw 50 hours his way to have a chance. We still have 5. So I will spend those 5, and then we'll get ready and prepare to advance from our bye week. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do this, but I mistakenly offered Alexander Saubert a scholarship. So there goes our 5 hours. I didn't want to do it until we moved up to first. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but we lost the opportunity to get an instant commitment by doing that at that point. Nobody's committed. Hey, championship contender up to a B-. This is kind of in the rearview mirror now, as far as having to be concerned with deal breakers. We'd like it to keep moving up because of the risk of transfer for Taylor, for Gausby. So Jimmy Barr has reached his top 3. This is, I mean, it's good. No other offers yet. We're still number 1. Richard, don't call me virgin. We are closing the gap on Arkansas State. We still haven't offered yet. We're trying to get out in front of them before doing so. Josh Cutting, we've leapfrogged Illinois. We've moved up to number 1. He's just a 2-star, but nonetheless. And Saubert, who we did offer on, we've moved up to 1. Now, Iowa also has made a great leap. They passed Duke as well. So they're in this one also. We've had our trouble with Iowa schools, namely Iowa State, as you're well aware of. And Shaquille Irving, the problem here continues to be UCLA. They are definitely the front runners. It's not looking super promising. And this is another big week for us. It hasn't gone well with these superior opponents. I guess Ohio State being the main one. Nebraska, though, really gave us a pretty solid licking. We just haven't been able to score. And my concern with super simming is our defense may not even play as well as it did when we played full games. For the sake of progression, we are going to play key moments. We're going to save the full games for playoffs or bowl game. Obviously, this year, playoffs are out of the question. But Oregon, 92 overall, 91 offense, 94 defense. This is probably going to be our top opponent. They might even be a step above Ohio State as far as talent goes on paper. Ohio State is number 4 in the Big Ten, I should say. Oregon, I guess, I mean, they're both 5-1 in conference. But Oregon up to number 4 nationally right now as it stands. I mean, if we could find a way to win this, it would be massive. But it's not going to be an easy task by any stretch. We could probably scroll all day trying to find a uniform for the Ducks. But I love this. This is a classic look. This is what they featured for most of the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. So we're going to roll with that one for the Ducks and hope their fans are not a green out in this stadium. I wish we could just not have the giant Goldie logo on our helmet. I know I've said it multiple times now, but it kills me a little. Ooh, this is good, though. The red Goldie helmet. So in place of the giant Goldie face, we have the old Goldie logo on one side. A great look. The pants go with it well. Let's see what happens. If we find a way, if we somehow find a way, you know, maybe a couple of these guys that we feel like we might be slipping on or might be out on are suddenly back in consideration. Here come the Ducks, here come the Gophers. Our defense needs help. I feel like we're going to be saying this or seeing that prompt a few times today. It's a 1st and 10 from our 18. I don't know why we'd be playing cover 4 from way back here. We need Coy Parrish today. He's got to make some plays. Quick throw. Parrish can't make the tackle. And Green's all the way up to the 2-yard line. So pretty explosive, quick hit on that first play for us, offensively. They stay in shotgun. They will give. Not going to find anything this time. They'll lose to Mekhi Hughes. That's going to be... I would expect that to be a successful transfer. We'll go back to him again. Can Parrish get there? No. Oh, my goodness. That's a quick cut. Mackay Hughes is into the end zone for the Ducks. They made that look a little easy. Let's see what our offense can do. And it's Oregon ball again. Big third down. We got to make a stop. It is a 3rd and 10. From our 23, they are in field goal range. Man, we need a stop here, though. They're going to give, and we will stop them short. Pretty well short. They're going to kick this, I would think. Maybe not. Okay. I guess they got 7 back on that. I mean, if we keep them to 5 or less, they probably don't go for it. Maybe this is good. Maybe we can hold them to nothing here. Whereas the field goal was probably going to happen, but they do pick up the first down. Another quick hitter. That's too bad for us. I guess we gave up too much on the 3rd down draw play. They'll give again. Hughes brought down at the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal. Can we find a way to get a stop? Somehow, some way. In shotgun. We're in goal line. They're going to throw. They're going to throw it up, give him a chance at a one-on-one ball, and that is broken up. It'll be 3rd and goal. Evan Stewart not able to bring that one down. He's a speedster. Maybe not a goal line fade style receiver. And unfortunately, we give up the dive on 3rd and goal. Hughes in the end zone yet again for the Ducks. And our offense not doing much here. It's the 2nd quarter. It's 21-0. 28-0. My goodness. We do have a red zone alert. Oh, boy. We got to see what's been happening here. So, first of all, the scoring summary, since we didn't get moments. We have 4 Mackay Hughes touchdowns. 2 additional 1-yard runs. I mean, we have 3 first downs. They have 13. Just 54 yards of offense to their 222. Less than half as many plays. Only 3.6 yards per play. Just 3 of 10 throwing the ball. Okay. Well. All right. Our first snap in control of things, we're going to lose to. Shorten that route for Biber. Got him. We'll get all of that back and a good chunk more. It'll be a 3rd and 3. Manageable here. Yeah, they showed Dienenberg stats. I don't think we're going to worry about kicking at this point. Oh, good. Gears. Touchdown. We get it over the leaping linebacker trying to tip that. As soon as I saw him jump, I thought we were going to have that thing batted down. But Drake Lindsay will throw a touchdown pass, and we're on the board in Oregon. We're going to play this because we're going to go for 2. There's no reason to kick an extra point. I realize they have 28, not 24, but still. And we got it. Taylor in. 28-8. Can we find a way to start getting stops? Can we get stops? So far, no. Mackay Hughes has 4 touchdowns in the first half. We've got the ball back. We got a 2-minute drill. 1:14 left from our own 12. So deep on our own side of the field. Yeah, I don't like the options there. Let's go. Okay. Just one timeout left, and we will be mindful of that. We're going to kind of throw underneath, which probably isn't great in the grand scheme of things. We'll pick up 5. Just didn't see anything else on that one. Here we go. Again, I got to check it down. We won't even get the first down. 3rd and 2. I don't even know if I feel comfortable running the ball here. Shorten this route. We got him. We'll hit gears. First down and get out of bounds. 38 seconds left. We are at our own 31. We're going to have to get the ball downfield. I mean, we could play for 3, but we want to make it a 2-score game, not maintain a 3-score game. However, if they're going to back off this much, we're going to have to take the ones they give us, but Lindsey's got to make the throw when we miss on the meter. 2nd and 10. They've gone into prevent. We'll have some room over the middle of the field to work. Tracy does get to this. He doesn't make that catch. Oh, you're joking. Killing me. Are we sure he doesn't get a foot in here? I don't dare. I'm challenging it. What do I got to lose? It's first half. I just think his left foot's down before his right. It's not about... Well, I guess it's about him in possession. Is his right foot not down still? And we possession caught that in everything. What's the call? I don't know. It's quick. It's hard to tell. No. Okay. 3rd and 10. We have to hit Brockington underneath. Lateral it. No. 4th and 5. Dylan Ray's hurt. I guess we get a free timeout. We got to go for this. We got to go for points. I mean, what are we doing if we're not going for it here? We're not playing to win. We got the first down. And get out of bounds. Good. 14 seconds. We're at our 49. 77 for 77. Take them out. If we can hit something downfield... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play for 3, but we certainly can. Get on bounds. Does he? He does. Oh, it's incomplete. Okay, never mind. He just doesn't catch the ball. Really? I think that was Brockington. All right, we're going to probably take a shot here. Nope, we're going to get hit. Can't get it out. 6 seconds. I never do that play. They just go into they're probably going to run prevent anyway, but I've never found the Hail Mary to work in this game. Or Madden, I should say. Get it out. You got to get the ball downfield farther. Another ridiculous catch. There is a flag. If this is on the defense, clock stops. It is on the defense. Now, it's only 15 yards, but if we accept the clock is stopped, we get another play. Okay. Do we try a 53-yard field goal? Do we take a shot? I like what I just saw from Coleman. I think we just give him another chance. I mean, what is 3 points? Makes it a 17-point game? Call me crazy, I guess. I don't know. Get it in the end zone this time. It's maybe a little too far. So Lindsey throws it behind him on the second to last play, and then gets it out too far on the final play. I don't know. 53 yards is an automatic anyway. We've been good kicking the ball. We probably have a good chance. I'd give it a 55% chance of making it, but we're down by 20, you know? Now, the one thing I will allow hindsight Henry to say is we do get the ball, so we could have made it 17 and then gotten the ball. But, you know, we're going to play this drive as well.
17, and the Minnesota offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They're showing blitz off the edge. We're going to half slide and try to pick this up if they do blitz. He does. We're going to get it out quick. That's Tracy. Catch is made. We're going to kind of go quick. It's going to be tough getting Taylor going. It is going to be. a tall order to get Darius Taylor going. I mean, and we're down 20. We're not going to give him a lot of carries regardless, but I will give Biber credit. I like what I'm seeing today. In limited work, I like what I'm seeing. That was not automatic some weeks, a catch like that for him. You got Brockington over the middle. It's just not a lot there. 3 yards. Oh, that scared me. 3rd and 7. I'm just glad Coleman broke that up. The primary defender had help. We didn't recognize soon enough. We got this. Brockington, you got to finish that catch. He does make the catch. Great catch. Good throw from Lindsey. Composed. We're going to give on the RPO. Taylor's got a little room. They'll pick up 5. Greg Johnson down for us. It's the second lineman we've had leave the game. What are these coach suggestions right now? We're going to give a shot. It's, oh my God, I thought he intercepted that. I mean, that would have been insane. That's a high re-injury risk with a bruised shoulder. We've got our man again. They're kind of ignoring Biber. We're going to just take it when it's there. Oh, didn't get that out. Probably covered up pretty well anyway. Didn't see the pressure. Got to get it out. Go. Let's go. Man, the speed they have. I mean, he ran him down so quick with that angle. We should have had the advantage on that play. What is... It's not a great play call. Oh my God, we had 0 time. I don't want to punt. I don't want to go for this, but what good is a punt when you're down 20? Will we have time even for this to develop for Biber? No, it's defended well. Middle linebacker. I did not realize he was there. I didn't see it. I didn't see him. We'll play the moments. We had to have points in that drive. We had to have a touchdown. Now we're down 35-8. You could probably stick a fork in this one, folks. And the Gophers are, well, we have a chance to get some points. We're at our own 1. Unbelievable. I didn't realize. I would have probably skipped this moment had I known. We get pinned at our own 1-yard line. 38-8 in Oregon. What a block downfield. Okay. Huge pancake. Good run for Taylor on this first play. Wow. We'll take more aggression like that from our offensive line in the run blocking game. Absolutely demolished him. And he's not even on the field right now. That was 71. Taylor can't make him miss. We can't play for 5 yards at this point. But we also aren't trying to throw 4 interceptions. We have Taylor again. He's got room. He's able to get loose from 5. Let's go. Let's go. Let's quit celebrating. Let's go. What are you doing? You're down by 30. Nothing will piss Coach Chuck Frost off more than seeing that from one of his players. You gotta have a little more self-awareness of that. Lindsey's gonna just take off and run here. There's nothing. We'll pick up 6. We've got Coleman, another first down. Let's go. We're playing for pride. I mean, this is a game, this situation, we're playing for the future. We're playing for Drake Lindsey's development. He is hot right now. Everyone actually is hot at the skill positions. And so we're just looking to build on that. Lindsey's going to take off again. He is just not quick enough. He gets a yard. It's not a sack. Who has this? Okay. This could actually be open. So we're going to read the safety. I think he's going to pick Coleman up, but... Coleman, come back, get it. Too short. 3rd and 9. Just didn't give him a chance. Turner checks into the game. We get a screen out. We have got enough. Turner will fall ahead on the contact and pick up the first down. Let's go. We're going to give Tracy a chance. He's made that play before a couple times this season. Not able to come down with that one. I mean, this is just, you know, this is elite competition. You might get that one against Cal. You might get that one against Michigan State. But you're probably not going to make those same plays against an Oregon. Lateral. Oh, my. We get 4. I mean, maybe if we stay in bounds there, we pick up that first down. Give Brockington a little bit of a chance, but he's not able to make anybody miss. It'll be 4th down. Our last gasp with 15 seconds left. We'll pick it up. Tracy gets nailed. 9 seconds left. We're not looking to get anybody hurt, but we're going to play to the final whistle. Get out of bounds. Tracy, clock expires. We lose 38-8 in Salem, or in Eugene. That's probably the best team we played all season. I'll be honest, at least the moments I played, we got beat worse this game than we did against Nebraska, but I thought our offense was better. I mean, I played the majority of the game against Nebraska, and we couldn't do anything. He threw the ball 51 times, just 52%, but no interceptions. I mean, he was hot at the end of the game. I don't know. I mean, we're not looking for... Coach Frost, what do you tell your team after a game like this? When you get beat by 30 on the road, just what do you say to the players in the locker room? Wow. Yeah, you tell them. Listen, we're not out here for moral victories. But you played hard, fellas. And that's really all I can ask. You execute, you play hard. Defensively, there's a lot of things we got to get better at. You know, some of it's just off season. You got to train harder. We got to get quicker and stronger. But as far as your effort, I'm not upset about that. That's what I tell them. So, you heard it. I mean, what else do you say? We're not supposed to win that game. Now listen, we're 5-5. We're 2-5 in the conference. I mean, I don't know. I'm not excited. I'm not thrilled. I'm mostly upset because we lost a couple players in the recruiting trail that we were in on, and we just didn't get it done. If we get Felix Smoot, I feel so much more optimistic about things. But it's not over. We're not done. We're 5-5 and 2-5. It's year one. I don't... We got a lot of time ahead of us still. Okay. We only have 5 hours. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to advance the next week. And we'll talk about and see what happens when we advance. All right. We've got a commitment. Jimmy Barr! Cornerback from Chicago, Illinois. We thought we were out. We got back in. We got a 4-star corner. I mean, it's a 4-star, so, you know, it's not like we didn't win the Super Bowl. We didn't win the lottery. But God damn it, we won the Jimmy Barr sweepstakes. It's just the fact that we were out, we were deal broken for like 2 or 3 weeks. And we got our championship contender. Actually, it was a championship contender. We got our playing style up. Now, he lowered his expectations a little bit too. But we met his demand. And eventually we got it. So that might be our biggest commitment yet, given the circumstances. We have another commitment. Manny Labino is finally committed. Just a 2-star out of Englewood, Colorado. But he is a linebacker, a position we have not yet received a commitment. Okay. I see some other interesting news there. Now, championship contender did drop again to a C-. Were we not at... Am I misremembering? Were we not at B- last week? Whoa. I don't feel like we were at a C. Well, what did they expect? It was Oregon. Okay, I mean, the problem here with Jamie Hester... We do have a 4-star commit already at running back. The problem is, number one, the deal breaker. And this, because of this last loss, hurts. And we thought, okay, so we thought that we probably were going to be fighting an uphill battle against Louisville. But somehow we moved up to 1st last week. But now the problem is we have a deal breaker. Terrell Pierce has reached his top 3. DeMarco Maples has reached his top 3. Josh Cuttings reached his top 5. And Shaquille Irving has reached his top 5. That one's going to be tough. I don't think we're completely out. It's just going to be difficult with UCLA out front. We have Northwestern this week. This is a game we have to have. We are even on paper. We're still in good shape on Avery Lanning. One thing that's changed within these past 2 weeks, Notre Dame has offered him a scholarship. But they're not making much ground. Otherwise, they've not scheduled him for a visit yet, and I don't think they can at this point of the season. So maybe once the offseason hits, if he hasn't reached a commitment or a decision yet, but we need to hope that he narrows us down to his top 3 to kind of speed things up. This is unfortunate. I hope that with Jamie Hester, if we can win this week, we can get our championship contender back up to a C+. I don't know if it's going to go from a C- to a C+ by beating Northwestern. But good news on Nick Stacy's front. I guess we haven't talked about this in a bit. He went to UMass. He did not commit. He is still scheduled to visit us when we host Wisconsin. That'll give us a good opportunity to seal that commitment. We have moved up to number 1 for Josh Cutting, so we're going to try to get an instant commitment by offering a scholarship. We don't get an instant commitment. We also cannot schedule a visit, but we are well ahead on this one. We're giving him 50 hours. We should be in good shape. We've moved up to number 1 now for Richard Virgin. We're going to try to get an instant commitment here. We don't. Again, we can't schedule a visit right now. We're going to pull send the house off on him and try to hard sell him. It might be a little early, but I was a little shocked to see that we are 17th right now as far as top recruiting classes. We have 12 recruits commitments, which is relatively high, at least average, above average. We don't have a 5-star yet. We know the story on Felix Moot. But we have 2 4-stars. We have 7 3s, 3 2s. Iowa State, interestingly enough, is number 67 And they took our 5-star. They have 3 4-stars. I mean, so they only have 4 recruits. But we're considerably farther ahead of them as far as the rankings go. Lastly, I've added 3 more recruits to our board. Javier Branham, Demario Hester, who's a 2-star athlete. Branham, a 3-star left tackle. We're a little farther behind in this one. We're in the cutoff, though, right now, if he does trim it down to 8. And then Kai Turbin, a 2-star corner. Nothing super flashy, just more depth at positions of need. And surprise, we have 1 more today. We are going to play this game against Northwestern. We'll advance. We'll see what happens with recruiting results for this week before wrapping this one up. We'll go key moments. Let's take a look at the Northwestern uniforms. The script helmets are nice. I appreciate logos. I know they wear black fairly routinely as well. But their purple is just a staple. And we'll go ahead and have them go unitard. It's an okay look. Okay look for an okay team. We're going to change it up this week on the road, and we're going to go with our maroon pants. Not going to go gold lids, though. We're going to stick with maroon. And we'll go with our original or traditional maroon helmet with the maroon face mask. We are playing the moments. We need this one. It's a conference game. We have to get our championship contender back up. We cannot drop another one in the conference, especially to a below average opponent, even though we're supposedly equals on paper. Then again, Michigan State was supposedly better than us as well. We both come in at 2-5 in the conference. We do have 1 more non-conference win than they do. So we're just a game ahead of them overall. But again, this is to stay ahead of the lowest of the low in the Big Ten by winning this game in Evanston, Illinois. Not a very full stadium today. That goalpost is in my way, and we won't get anything. In fact, we're going to lose yards, and Darius Taylor, 2 carries for -3 yards so far today. We're going to flip it over to Brockington. He's really going to just lollipop this throw. The catch is made, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. It'll be a 3rd and 6. We get 1 of those yards we lost back. We're going to hit Tracy. We've got the first down. Good execution on 3rd down. We'll keep the drive alive. We're going to cut this back and bounce it outside is Taylor. Then he'll cut back to the middle. We'll pick up 7. He had to run a long ways for 7 yards on that play, but we will take it. Interesting idea here. Okay, hold on. How do we would have to go to formations. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, and we're probably going to run the play clock out if I spend too much time on this. Here it is. Of course, this formation's not the one I want. Goodness. Hello. No? Okay. Fantastic. Whitkey checks in for a play. And I'm looking for, like, how to sub the quarterback. And then I can't even find a formation in which we run a read option, even though it's suggesting read option to me every other frickin' play. Unbelievable. There's read option. Whitkey does check in for this. Oh, my goodness. Whitkey does keep it, but maybe doesn't make the correct read as to where to go. And we're going to lose here. What a disaster. If we don't pick up first down here, I'll say my bad for this drive because I just absolutely would have killed it in that case. And we're going to not pick it up. Unfreaking believable. My goodness. I mean, we had 2nd and 3, and I just overthought the hell out of it. Now we're down 7-0. Unbelievable. And now we need a stop on 3rd down. From what started as a promising drive to giving up 7. I was going to blitz. They're going to take a shot. We got to break this up. We do. We will break that one up. They'll punt. Can our offense do something? Yes, red zone alert. Let's just not overthink this drive. 1st and 10 from their 15. Oh. Let's go. Snap the ball. They're blitzing. Lindsay misses Brockington. I mean, that had potential. Nonetheless, it'll be a 2nd and 10. Here we go. We're going to go single back. Let's get some action over the middle and some mesh concept. We've got a man. That's got to be 6. That's Malachi Coleman, touchdown, Gophers. We should tie this one up. That's a throwback from College Football 25 with that dance. And we are tied up. We have the ball again. 3rd down alert. 3rd and 6 from the Northwestern 40. What can we do with this one? We're going to hit Taylor. Just not a good throw, and I don't think he even caught it. He didn't. 4th and 6. We just punt, I guess. 2-minute drill. We do get the ball back. So now the defense is holding up. We're going to start from around 31. 1:13 left. We have only 1 timeout. Lindsay's getting a little erratic here. I had to get out of the... I mean, these are just awful play suggestions. We're going to give Coleman a chance. He might have a step. Lindsay puts it on him. The catch is made. We're inside the 15 of Northwestern. Drake Lindsay connects with Malachi Coleman. He's over 2,000 yards passing on the season. That was a good ball. That's the type of play we've been lacking. All right, can we now, since we know which formation it is, we're going to get Whitke in and give him another chance at this read option. Makes a good read. This time the safety, though, is coming down quick. But Whitke, not quite able to hit that one outside. But he's going to have to stay on the field here for a no-huddle snap. And Lindsay has got to be wondering what the hell he did wrong by throwing that dime. But Whitke will throw it away, and we'll get Drake Lindsay back on the field. Maybe Coach Frost is doing a little overthinking today. That's what happens when you are struggling in the conference. Just trying to get something to work. You start throwing a few things at the wall and seeing what sticks. We're going to hit Brockington. He'll get the first down. We'll stop the clock. 27 seconds. It's 1st and goal at the 2. Don't love this. We're going to try a counter. Do we get the pin down block? We do. Taylor, touchdown. Gophers take the lead. We're going to get another offensive moment. Our defense is playing really well today. 3rd and 6. We're back on the Wildcat side of the field at their 46. We're going to hit Taylor on the screen. We've got some blocks set up, but he sheds one. Just not able to execute that completely. Let's take a look at this. It'll be 4th and 5. We only got a yard. We're at their 44. I don't want to give them a chance by being...
Brings up 4th down.
We got it. 56. You got to hold that block. Let's take a look at this. We could always call timeout and punt. Or damn it, we could just pick this up. Tracy holds on. A ballsy catch by Tracy. He took a shot. I mean, good throw by Lindsey, but man, Tracy takes a lick and finishes that one. And I like this matchup here. He's got press coverage, one-on-one. Can we get it out there? Tracy's got a step. Does he finish the catch? Another great catch. Maybe just needed that one to get out just a little more for that to go the distance. But we're down to the 9-yard line, and suddenly this risk we took is paying off. If we can finish this drive. Taylor's got a cutback lane. He's got 6. Touchdown, Gophers. Gonna give the crowd a little polite wave. Looks like their band is playing. I'm not sure why. Darius Taylor, his second of the day. We're going to play the moments here again. It is 21-7. We get another stop. And we're moving the ball again. Another red zone alert. Gotta love what we're seeing today. We're just, you know, we get piss pounded by Oregon, and this becomes unfamiliar. So it feels good. Even if it's a inferior team, this is what you're supposed to do. We got a lot of time for Lindsey. He's going to take a shot in the end zone. It's broken up. Went to Gears. We know Gears isn't really a downfield player that's likely to come up with a catch like that, but he is. Our offense is hot. You just never know. Sometimes they overperform and outshoot their expectations a little bit when that's the case. Taylor's got room again, up the middle, all the way inside the 1. He's at 88 yards for the day after that one. He's going to stay on the field. Shotgun snap. We're going to give it to him again. They get through, though. Our line doesn't do a good job of getting a push. We're going to go read option. We got Whitkey back into the game. I don't know why we're trying this so much today, but damn it. We're going to... I thought I gave it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were all over that. 3rd and goal. They've got an injury. But we've got problems of our own here. I mean, a field goal makes it a 3-score game. This isn't the end of the world, but, you know, you got to just put down these bad teams when you have a chance. And Tracy finishes the play with the catch. Touchdown, Gophers. Good throw from Lindsey. Tracy's done a great job today of maintaining possession through contact. And that's going to make it 27-7. We hit the extra point. It's 28-7. Northwestern does answer. They've got the ball back again. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 11 from our 33. We do not want to give up a touchdown and give them hope of coming back in this one. Charcoal, they're calling. 4th and 11. The catch was nearly made, but it's broken up. That is huge. That's potentially enough. I guess not. They've got the ball. I mean, we must have went 3 and out without blinking. So Northwestern on 4th and 24 with their last gasp here. And they're going to check it down. That's not going to get it done. And we're going to take over on their side of the field in fantastic field position. And we've got a 3rd and 8 from their 28-yard line. Are they man or zone? Ooh, I think they're man. We like this. Coleman, come back to it. What a catch. Malachi Coleman using that 6'4" frame to reel that one in. Good ball from Lindsey. Just give him a chance to come down with that one. And he does. We've got a red zone alert. They want to kneel it. We don't want to kneel it. I'm sorry, but You know, act like you've been there before, I guess. But we haven't been here much this year. We need some statement wins. We've got recruiting battles. We are in a recruiting battle with a player we're locked out on. We need to get our championship contender back up. We're looking for statement wins. Throw it. Oh, my God. What a terrible ball. That's Coleman's 7th catch. He's got 124 yards today. Oh, we need a better throw than that. I mean, in all likelihood, that's a touchdown if he just puts it on him. Acorn, Acorn. No. We're lucky to just get that out. We're actually happy with that result. I don't know about these RPOs. 3rd and goal from the 6. We're going to give Turner nothing. We lose another 6 yards almost. We'll take the points, make it a 3-score game. Oh my God, we missed it. Unbelievable. We'll take the win, 28-14. Okay, I mean, we didn't have... This isn't a home game with recruits on campus, so be it. But we just have to execute, you know? We got to execute. It's all Coach Bross has been preaching. Execution, doing our job. Dienenberg's just got, you know, his job to make the kick. Put him in position to make the kick. He's got to make the kick. 28-14. A solid team win. Lindsey today was 24 of 36. His best completion percentage, at least since the Michigan State game. Certainly. 279 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Taylor does hit the century mark. 22 carries, 100 yards. He did have a fumble. 2 touchdowns also for him today. Malachi Coleman with a big game. 7 catches for 124 yards and a touchdown. Taylor caught 5 today as well. Tracy with 4 catches for 51 and a touchdown. Brockington, 4 for 42. Viber, 4 for 30. Defensively, Gowsby led the way in tackles. Coy Parrish had an interception for us today. Good win. We have a career record broken. Jackson Howard has set the Minnesota career sacks record. Check out the record screen for more details. We will do that. Good for Jackson Howard. I'm a little surprised that this team is setting records. This has to be specifically for our school, correct? So Jackson Howard. Okay. With 5 career sacks, and that's a school record? I don't understand. Given that Lamonzaire Williams had 19 in 1997, I'm not really sure how 5 is a career record. So that's an interesting turn of events. Okay. I don't know. All right. We have a commitment. DeMarco Maples, 2-star out of Kissimmee, Florida. Quarterback. has committed. And that's all we have for this week. We have Nick Stacy on campus. Our championship contender has gone up to a C+. I'm trying to remember, did we need a C+ or a B- for our deal breaker? Anthony Osmond has reached his top 3. We are miles ahead, fortunately, because Ohio State is in that top 3. Never really like to see that. Fortunately, we have a really good head start. Alexander Sabert has reached his top 3. We are number 1 if we didn't see that between last week and this one. And we've moved up to number 1 for Nate Maponga, 4-star running back. Playing style is his deal breaker. We have an A+, he needs a C+. So this is not the deal breaker I was thinking of. Demario Hester, we've also jumped up to number 1, passing Auburn, Indiana, Northern Illinois, Rice. He's reached his top 8. It's a big week, even though Wisconsin's just 5-6 and 3-5 in the conference like us. The battle for Paul Bunyan's axe is always a good one and always intense. And we have some recruits on campus this week. Now, again, on paper, Coach Frost's Golden Gophers look to be much worse than Wisconsin. But we're performing just as well, and in fact have one more win than them on the season. But that'll be the next episode. Come back for more. I hope to see you there, and I'll see you in the next one.